Namaste, Jaypal. Is it going to be the case that the world power equations are likely to undergo some variations? I won't say changes, but some variations. It appears so. You know that once upon a time, uh, England used to be once upon a time authority, and then after the world wars, it's America, and even till now, it's America. There was a time when the Soviets were together. Lenin has put them together under the brutal force of communism. So they were also a power. So it used to be the world story game used to be between these two people, and they of course had allies, supporters, friends. There are no friends in international. Only convenience is a criterion to become friends. Then after that, this U.S. continues to maintain some kind and somehow some kind of domination, and then once the domination is not absolute, after they have realized this domination is not going to be absolute, then they have their different instruments to get this domination continue going. It's a continued kind of domination. They want it. Perhaps everyone would want so. But they had many devices, many techniques, many methods, many kind of statecraft, we cannot call it, many kind of crafts to be on the say. Then, of course, see, Asian nations were never bad. Actually, the whole knowledge began in the East, not in the West. Civilization began in the East, not in the West. So that history is there. But then, as on today, the major two nations in the East is Russia, now obviously, and China, and Bharat as an emerging power. And the equation is very convenient to the European powers, because China and Bharat don't see eye to eye. I know, I can tell from the side of Bharat that why we can't see eye to eye with China. That used to be the case, because we can't trust them. They say something and do something else. And they have this ambition of capturing other people's land. These two things we don't know. We never practice, we don't practice. We think and we say what we think and do what we say. It is simple, and simple as that. So anyway, it's much more complicated than, in spite of the fact that had there been a kind of religious community officially in China, they would have had much serious relations with Bharat, because they are basically Buddhist and Buddha is a Hindu. Should have been the case. So long as Bharat and China are constantly not on a good terms, they don't come close, and they don't shake hands, and they don't become a kind of united thrust to anyone else. But then with the BRICS going on, things may take a different turn. Russia had always been an authority and a power. Russia, China, and Bharat, with Russia and China, Bharat are always together, and China and Russia are also having good terms. It's only the case that Bharat and China do not have good terms. If this thing can be resolved, if somehow we feel that they are trustworthy, and with the people of China we can have good relations with, absolutely no doubt. The people of China, we have ancient relations with them, very, very ancient relations with them. With the people we have no problem, and the Chinese people also won't have any problem with the people of Bharat. We were traditionally linked characters. But that's only the communist regime. Some technicalities that gets to be repugnant. See, if these things are overlooked, or these things are worked out to amicability, then these three nations joining together, all other nations of this region would automatically fall in line. And then the world power equation may vary, may see a drift, may face a drift. Perhaps that is needed because when the power and authority is concentrated on one area, they will get into nasty politics also. They like to put their hands and legs everywhere. To make a check, this of course is necessary. Maybe let's hope that from BRICS such an authority as such a power can emerge. With possibilities there, we don't know how far it will be. But once it is a possibility, and if it really emerges, then things should be more transparent, at least among us. And hopefully, shall be the case. Like the relations we have with Russia, and also relations with Bharat has with Israel, both are very transparent relations. We know one another. We trust one another. That's more important. We can trust. People should be trustworthy. If that is found in China, why should there be any problem with them? They're a communist regime, but that's really not communism. It's a kind of autocracy. It's a kind of dictatorship. So that's their kind of rule, their problem. So it's a possibility that world power can be. There will be some check and balance in the power equation in the global level. Possible, possible. We may speak. We see it in future. We may see. So till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.